Alright, what's going on everybody? Captain here back from the Marvel Contest of Champions video. Got a pretty exciting one today. I completed chapter 1 of Ultron's variant, the first variant that came out. And yeah, I didn't stream it all. I did stream the very first initial clear paths about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And then I just kind of gradually, well, not gradually, it was kind of the last like 2 to 3 days, I just blitzed through it and finally said, screw it, let's knock this thing out. I decided not to stream it just because I just didn't want that added pressure. I'm not the greatest player as is. I died a ton. I don't want to get into how many times I died because, well, for one, I didn't count. So I just figured I'll do it and then show the rewards afterwards. So here we go. I've got my first rank 3 to rank 4 2015 character. But before we get into opening that, quickly I'll just kind of go through chapter 1 and go through my experiences. Starting with quest number 1. So right here we've got the blue Ultron, which is the Black Panther one. Kind of showing who I used here. This first chapter is kind of the cheese chapter. Most people know. Basically Gambit, and you win the quest pretty much. There's a couple paths that don't have the power reserve on it, so you kind of had to get a little more creative with that. For this Hyperion over here, I think I used Hawkeye. Yeah, it seemed to work pretty well for that. It was a little iffy, but it worked. Probably could have used Gwenpool as well. But overall, of course, now there's a revive on this path out here. But yeah, I didn't struggle too much in the first quest. This was kind of the team I used. Massacre was a massive surprise for me in all of Chapter 1. He was a huge help. I have him right here as a 6-star, not awakened. And he was dealing a ton of damage because what I found throughout this, there's a lot of nodes or characters that are bleed immune, or there's immunity on the actual node itself. I think, is it some one of these in this path, or maybe it's quest number 2. But I just found him to be fantastic for all of them, and especially this Ultron boss itself, this one and the second one, and then a couple of the other kind of random ones that were spread out. I've got some gameplay that I'll throw in either in this video or maybe I'll make a separate video, depends on how long this ends up being. I think I used him probably for this Sentry. I don't remember completely because it's just been so many fights in the last few days that they all kind of blended together. But I did record a couple good fights, so I will show those in one way or another. But yeah, he was a huge MVP. Get those incinerates going, made it a lot of fun. And then Blade, of course, he helps out from periodic fights, like for this magic. There's a couple. There's a Mephisto, I think, at one point. I think there's a couple hoods. So those ones that naturally have the dimensional being tag, he's obviously going to be your guy you want to use there. Moving over to quest number 2, we went ahead and took Gambit out of the roster because, like I said, we only really need him for the power reserve where you can just constantly spam those special ones. Most of you know that method already. I mean, most of you watching this have probably already completed this 100%. So this is just kind of, me telling you things you already know, but I experimented a little bit with Omega Red, but mainly kind of used, again, Massacre and Blade, and then in this quest I really started getting to use my 4-star Domino a lot more. She's fantastic. I'm very jealous of any of you out there who have a 5-star, especially those of you, I'm looking at you, Prof. Hoff, that have a 6-star, especially at rank 2. Like, I just want a Domino so bad. But again, I think, is this the one that has, no, that's Buffet. But for this, King Groot right here, I used Massacre, just melted him right down, no problem. For all these Ultrons you see, I just used Massacre. And I'm telling you guys, once you see the footage, you'll see why I use him. His incinerates just absolutely tear through. There are a few of them that it didn't work on, and that was in the final quest where he has the caltrops, and so if you dash back and he bleeds, he's not bleed immune, so he wasn't good for that. But pretty much any other Ultron in Chapter 1, I definitely would recommend using a Massacre because they are the bleed and poison immune, and he does the bleeds on the special ones, but his main thing is his incinerates. But yeah, quest 2, no real extremely tough fights, just kind of standard, other than the Ultron fights here. Those were, they're the final bosses, so that's kind of that. And then hurrying up, I don't want to waste your time too much. Like I said, most of you have probably already done this anyways. Going into chapter 3, which mainly I finished up today. I think completely. I think I've started my second path today. So then taking out Omega Red because I ended up really not using him that much. I brought in Iceman since there is that Caltrops node. But I didn't really think to use Iceman until a couple of lanes in. And I'm like, why am I not doing this? My method, what I was doing originally for the first couple runs through on this Ultron was I used my blade, let him build up his power bar. It basically treated him kind of like a Wolverine. Like, you don't throw your specials, leave my power full, because blade shrugs off debuffs like a lot faster based on his energy, his power build up. So that kind of made it so that anytime I dash back, the bleeds ticked like one time, then they'd be gone. And you're easily able to regen that up a little bit. Now, I mean, the damage output, it did make for a long fight. So once I realized, I was like, I should just give a try with my 4-star Iceman. Kind of wish I had thought of that sooner. I don't know why I didn't. So I definitely recommend probably going the Iceman strategy, or someone who is bleed immune. Someone like, I tried Omega Red, but mine's only a 4-star, and I'm not like super great at fighting Omega Red. But that could turn out to be really good if you're an extremely good Omega Red player and you have a stacked one, because then he'll have his death field open up like the whole fight, basically. So that would be a good alternative. The characters like Emma Frost probably can do it. Just basically anything that's bleed immune is going to be your ideal choice there. For this Sabretooth, he was kind of a tricky one. First, I think he's kind of tricky for some people, but I found him pretty, because I mean, he can have those buffs that last quite a long time. For those regens, but they're not doing that much, and I just used my Massacre. Again, that's one that I have some sick gameplay footage of that I will show you guys. So that was not too difficult, just took him down with him every time. And yeah, basically for most of this chapter, it was either Massacre, Blade, or my Domino. Gwenpool came in a couple times and helped, especially with this Hyperion on the left side here has cornered, and then he's the immune for the first 25 seconds. Basically, I wanted to get that power lock on the special 2 going. It doesn't stop his passive power gain, but it does stop the cornered. So when you got bleeds on him, you're not going to be increasing his power meter a ton there with Gwenpool. So if you got a stacked Gwenpool 5-star one, definitely sitting pretty for that fight, as well as she helped out along this outside path, which is those same 2 nodes. She helped out on a couple of those as well. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's kind of quick little summary of my experience in Variant Chapter 1. So now let's go back and I'll show you my overall progression for Variant, and that is, I've only done the first chapter so far. So up next, obviously, is Chapter 2 and then Chapter 3. So I'm going to do it the same way. I'll probably stream an initial clear and then maybe do it off camera, or maybe by then I'll just do it on camera. I don't know yet. It just depends on what the time is. But basically, I want to get this done. I'm going to set a date, which is by my birthday, May 24th. So next month, a little over almost exactly a month from now, I want to have the first variant done, and possibly even the second variant. We'll just kind of see. Unit-wise, I might not be able to make that happen. I did have to dip into my battle chips a bit there. You see I'm at 912,000. I was at 1,300 when I initially started clearing it. So I did have to spend quite a few units there. And I mean, I did get pretty lucky too when I opened those 400,000. I did the uncollected ones, but but basically I want to save up all of my rewards and everything, like 5 stars and 6-star stars. I want to build up as much as I can by my birthday. I want to do a big opening on my birthday. So that's kind of why I'm trying to blitz through all of this stuff. I haven't touched the new uncollected yet. Maybe I'll stream that later tonight, or yeah, maybe I'll do that tonight. That might be fun. But yeah, that's going to do it for that. I'll show you kind of, okay, now that's enough of that. We'll get into another video. But basically, I want to talk about what character I'd like to see from this rank 3 to rank 4. I'm going to open that crystal. And let's see. I think the main one that I'd like to get would be a cosmic one for this Venom. I believe he is 2015. So that's kind of like my number 1 option. honestly, I don't even know if I have a backup option. So let's go ahead and just go to that crystal, open it, and see what we're going to get. Okay, it doesn't tell you on there who all it... I thought maybe there might be, but okay, it does not. So let's go ahead and get this guy going. Come on, Cosmic. I'd love to take my Venom to rank 4. I really want to. He's not awakened yet, but, you know, maybe someday. Let's go ahead and stop her there and see what we're going to end up with. We are getting a... Look at all the mutants. Oh, yes! We got Cosmic. Let's go. I might just... I think... Is there a level up going right now? If there is, I'm going to do this right here on camera and take Venom up. But that is fantastic. How often does that happen? The thing you want is the thing you get. Almost never in my experience with this game. But let's see. Is there a level up going? No, there's not. But I guess I can wait. So no need to rush into it. But that is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and get Venom up here. Where is he? Come on. Where'd he go? There you are, big guy. Upgrade. And boom. That is a pretty sight because I don't have the resources to take him up anyways. And I probably wouldn't want to because I don't necessarily need another Cosmic up there. But guys, there it is. Chapter 1 of Variant done. If you guys have any questions about Variant Chapter 1, go ahead and leave it down in the comments down below. I'm going to work on making a separate video now where I'm showcasing some of those fights I was talking about. And yeah, guys, go let me know who you used for your quest to get that down, what gem you got from this. But that's going to do it, guys, for this one. I will see you in the next one.